welcome back, Craps Crusaders. The strategy I'm about to show you is called the Super 8 Tower Build, and I'll show you how it works. I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe if you do. Thanks. Okay, for the Super 8 Tower strategy, I've got a $600 bankroll. I went ahead and broke it down into 10 shooters of $60 each. This strategy is really easy to follow, so I'm just going to go ahead and start playing it out and explain it as I go. Trust me, you'll be able to catch on really fast. First thing we need is a point. We're not playing the don't pass or the pass at all. All right, that's a craps 3. Hard 8. Okay, the point's 8. We're going to always start with a $30 6 and a $30 8. We really don't care what the point is, doesn't matter for our strategy. Okay, so to get things started, we need to hit a 6 or an 8. Another craps 3. There's a 6. Okay, a $30 6 is going to pay 35. The first thing we want to do is get a third number going. We're only going to be playing 3 numbers, so we start with 2. So for our third one, we're either going to pick a 5 or a 9, doesn't matter. I'm going to go with the 5. So I'm going to place a $25 5 and just rack the $10. Okay, so we're only in for 50 now. We do have 10 in the rack. And there's a 7 out. So that ends that quickly. And we'll try again. All right, let's get a new point. It's a hard 4. Okay, step 1, same thing. $30 6, $30 8. And let's hit one of those. Yeah, we hit the point. So we need to do that again. Okay, so the 6 and 8 are off right now, not working because there's no point set. All right, the new point's 8. And we hit a 6. It's going to pay $35. Same thing, we're going to pick either 5 or 9. Let's try the 9 this time and rack that $10. From here on out, anytime we hit an 8, we're going to collect. If we have three numbers working, we hit an 8, we collect. There's a hard 10. Okay, so there's an 8. There's no tower built on it yet, but like I said, the rule is 3 numbers. We hit an 8, we collect. So that's going to pay 35. Let's go ahead and stick it in our rack. And 8 was the point. Yo, 11 on the come out roll. All right, there's a 6. So the new point is 6. We've got our 3 numbers out there already this time. 3 1 4 doesn't do anything for us. Here's a 5. And a 9. We're on the 9. $25 9 is going to pay 35. So now that we've got our 3 numbers, here's what we do. When we hit one of them, well, if we hit the 8, we collect. But if we hit the 6 or if we hit the 9, we take $30 of our winnings and we're going to add that to our Super 8 tower. Just put the nickel in our bank. Okay, so we're up to a $60 8 now. That 8 can build up pretty quick when you're going $30 at a time. It's a 3 1 4. There's a 6, which is the point. So that's going to pay 35. There's a 35. 30 for the 8. Rack the nickel. So we're up to a $120 8 now. Let's get a new point. There's an 8. And these bets were not working because there was no point set. Hard 10. Actually, no, we only have a $30 8 out there currently. I was one ahead of myself, but got 120 on it now. So the 9 pays 35. So $30 for our 8. Rack the extra nickel. Now we do actually have 120 on there. There's a 5. 6, 4, 10. Craps 3. Another 9. It's going to pay 35. So 35. 30 of it goes to our Super 8 tower. Rack the nickel. It's time to hit that 8. There it is, hard 8. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got 125. Wait. It's 125, 30, 35. Jeez, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 150. Okay, that 150 is going to pay 175. Let's go ahead and break out a black chip. Here's the 175. So we're going to set our 8 back to $30, the starting point. And we're going to rack all of our spoils here. Okay, let's set a new point. Killing it. Okay, 7 on the come out roll. That's good timing. There's another 8. The point is 8. Got our 3 numbers out there. We collect on 8 no matter what. Hard 10. Here's a 6. $30 6 pays 35. There's our $30 to add to our Super 8 tower. Rack the nickel. $5, no help 5. Okay, we hit the 8. We've got $60 out there. That's going to pay 70. There's the $70. Let's get our 8 set back at 30. Rack the rest. And 8 was the point. We're still rolling. Okay, the new point is 6. And we hit a 6 first roll, that's the point. Pays 35. 30 to add on to the Super 8. Rack the nickel. And let's get a new point. 4, easy 4. Alright, hit that point. Hitting a lot of points. Alright, the new point's 5. Hard 10, hard 10. Okay, there's a 9. Our $25 on the 9 pays 35. Build the 8 tower up, rack the nickel. Okay, we hit the 8. We've got 75, 90 on there. That's going to pay 105. Here's the 105. Again, set our 8 back down to 30 and rack our winnings. Here's a 9. It's going to pay 35 again. And we're going to start building that tower again. 7 out. Okay, 7 finally got us, but that was a good roll. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've been through 2 shooters, got 8 left. Okay, the point's going to be 5. $30 6 and 8s. And we start off with an easy 4. So you following this okay? 5 is the point. Doesn't do anything for us except make us have to get another point. All right, 7 on the come out roll. The new point is 8. Okay, so be thinking, what are we going to do next time when we hit a 6 or 8? We hit the 6. It's going to pay 35. first thing we need to do is get our third number. Either a 5 or a 9 for 25. I'm going to go with the 9 and rack the $10. From here on out, we collect on the 8. There's an easy 10, 6, 4, 10. Okay, we hit the 8. No tower, but a $30 8 does pay 35. So we just go ahead and rack it and continue. I know you're asking yourself, if we had pressed that, if we pressed that instead of just collecting every time, we could have some bigger payouts. Well, that's true, but it also goes the other way. All right, 10 the easy way. Back to back, 6, 4, 10s. Snake eyes. And we 7'd out. All right. That's all right. You really just need a few, sometimes even just one, but just a few strong shooters, and this pays well. So the new point's 5, and we'll get our $30 on 6 and 8 put out there. And hit another point. Followed by a 6. All right, so the new point 6. Let's see what we can do. Hard 10. So step 1, hit a 6 or an 8. We did hit a 6, which is the point. It's going to pay 35. Let's take the 25 and go with 9 again. Rack that 10. These bets are currently off and not working. There's no point established. All right, the new point's 9. I'm just leaving that right there. Doesn't matter. We don't care what the point is. And I roll a 5. I guess I went the wrong way. There's an 8. We do have 3 numbers out there, so we're going to go ahead and collect. It pays 35, and we're going to go ahead and put that in our rack. We can pretend we bumped it up. We'll see what happens. All right, there's a yo 11. 7 out. So that time I'm glad I collected it. Okay, 7 out. Lost a little bit of money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shooters to go. Of course, you don't always have to play all 10 shooters. If on shooter 3 you absolutely kill it, you might ask yourself, should I go ahead and stop now? Stop whenever you want. All right, the point's 9, and we've got our two $30 bets out there. All right, hit another point right off the bat. And let's try 9 again as the point. Craps 3. Okay, there's an 8. It's going to pay 35. We need to get our third number. Go with the 5. Rack the $10 change. All right, 3 numbers working. And right after that, we 7 out. So we lost $50 on that shooter. We started out hot, cooled off a little bit. Okay, 5's the point. $30, 6 and 8. Let's hit one of them. 6, 4, 10. Hard 6. 6 is going to pay 35. We're going to buy our third number. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the point. Rack that $10 change. Now let's roll some numbers. 9. It's like I guessed wrong. Went to the wrong side. Craps 3. All right, there's a 5, which is the point. That 25 is going to pay 35. So we're going to take the 30 to build our Super 8 tower. We've got $5 left. Just going to throw it in the rack. All right, there's a 7 on the come out roll. Numbers aren't working. So that was good timing. Back to back 7s. All right, 6, 4, 10, points 10. Now we're ready to hit a few of these. Here's a 3, 1, 4. Okay, we hit an 8. We've got $60 out there. It's going to pay 70. Not the biggest tower, but you know, 70 bucks is 70 bucks. So we're going to take it back down to 30 and rack all of our winnings. Keep rolling. All right, there's a 5. Our $25 5 is going to pay 35. There's our 30 for the 8. We got an extra nickel. Already back up to 60 on the 8. Yeah, we hit another 8. This would be one of those times if we had pressed it, we'd be collecting big money. But like I said, it goes both ways. You got to do which way you feel more comfortable with. That $60 pays 70. I'm going to take it back down to 30 and rack the rest. A little bit, I'm going to have to clean this rack up. All right, we're rolling. The Yo 11. Hit another 8. Ooh, man, that could be some big numbers out there. Still pays 35. And we collect 35. We've got 3 numbers working. We collect on the 8. You can decide how you want to do it. Craps 3. There's a 5. It's going to pay 35. So 35. Start building up that 8 again. 30 bucks. And the nickel. Boxcars. I don't think we'd seen those yet. There's a 3, 1, 4. It's another 5. All right, it's going to pay 35. Let's see if we can get this to be a little more exciting with this tower. All right, we hit the point. We just rolled a hard 10. Here's a craps 3 on the come out. We're up to $90 on that Super 8 tower. 5, the new point is 5. Here's a 6. It's going to pay 35. All right, rack the nickel. Build the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're up to 120. Hard 4. All right, we hit the point, which is 5. So $35. Rack the nickel. And our tower is becoming a legitimate tower this time. Come out roll. Whew, 7 on the come out roll. Timing is everything. All right, the new point's 5. Come on, 8. 7 out. Oh, we left a little money out on the table that time. That would have been a nice payout. We're still doing pretty well. 4 more shooters. 7 on the come out. There's a hard 8. All right. Got the 8 marked. That's right where we need to hit. Preferably later when it's, you know, maybe that high. That was a 6, 4, 10. A 9. Back-to-back 9s. Box cars, number 2 on the box cars. Hard 10. A lot of field numbers. 9 again. I think that's 4 or 5 fields in a row. There's a 3, 1, 4, another field. 3, 1, 4, another field. 6 or 7 of those. Craps 3. Let's call that 7 fields in a row. Hard 10, 8 fields in a row. All right, there's a 6. So that's going to pay 35. Let's go with the 5 this time for our third number. Just rack the change. And there's an 8, which is the point. We do have 3 numbers out there. Pays 35. We're going to collect 35. All right, the point is back to the 9. Hard 6. 6 pays 35. Add the 30 to our 8. And 314. Boxcars number 3. Yo 11. And 6 4 10. 314. 314 is a popular one today. All right, we're on the 5. That's going to pay 35. And we're going to build the tower. Six pays 35. And that's good tower building material. All right, we hit the 8. We've got 120 on the 8. That 120 is going to pay 140. 140. Okay, so we're going to take our we're going to take our 8 back down to 30. Somebody's jumping around upstairs. And rack and stack. I'm just trying to be fast. Rack all of our winnings, and we're still rolling. 7 out. All right, pretty good timing. And that's a good example of taking our 8 back down to 30. It goes both ways. All right, 3 shooters left. Boxcars number 4. All right, there's a 9. The point's 9. Okay, start off with an 8. Pays 35. Get our third number. Let's go with the 5. And that was a good call. Just hit a 5. Pays 35. Build up our 8 by 30. There's a 6 that pays 35. I think I'll go ahead and make this our last shooter. I do have 2 left to get through the full 10, but I think you get the idea. So let's just finish shooting this out. So pays 35. Build our tower by another 30. Rack the nickel. And 7 out. All right. Our last 2 shooters of 60 each, I'm just going to add to our winnings. And give me a second here. I'll add it all up, tell you how we did. I think we did quite well. Okay, so remember we started with 600. We did actually only go through 8 shooters, and we ended up quite well. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 50, 14, 60. That's $860 profit. That's not going to happen every time, but it's quite possible with this strategy. If you get your tower built and hit that 8 at the right time, you're in good shape. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. We'll keep them coming.